Good morning, happy Friday. I'm so excited it's Friday. I am so tired. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put earrings on. Dang it. Oh well. I did eat breakfast this morning though, so that's good. I actually made myself like a full breakfast. Oh, it's cold. I made eggs and I put spinach in them and sun-dried tomatoes, and they're really, really good. So that's my morning. It is currently 7:06. I actually thought I was gonna leave a little bit later, but I didn't end up leaving later. I did hear the dog barking though when I was leaving, which is kind of sad, but oh well. Today's agenda is basically spelling test, comprehension test, Martin Luther King, and that's pretty much it. It is a half day today, and we don't have training after school, so I should be able to get stuff done like pretty quickly. I already got my homework done for next week, so that's good. And then I already organized like a lot of my copies for next week as well, so I don't really have that much to do. And then I'll go to the gym after school and then head home and relax for the night. I'm really excited it's the weekend. I'm hoping to catch up on some sleep, and it is a 3-day weekend, which is good. So yeah, I think that's it for the day. Yeah, I woke up in a good mood today. I woke up in a really good mood yesterday too. So yeah, I will catch up with you guys later today. Hello, it is oh my gosh, it's already 4:30. Oh man, I wanted to leave early today, but I've just been like on a roll. Kids got out of school at 1:35, but ever since then I've just been like doing stuff and getting stuff done. I didn't want to like get all this stuff done necessarily, but then I found out that I have my second formal observation next Thursday, and it's during my new like group time with the other classes. So I want to get these folders all fixed so that Tuesday we can use them for the first time, and then we can use them like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then like hopefully be in like kind of a routine by Thursday. Whereas if like I don't do them until Tuesday, then we would only have like 1 day to practice with it. So yeah, basically I just did these little folders, and then I'll show you like everything that I'm putting inside of it once I'm a little bit closer to being done. But it's basically just going to be like a resource folder where I'll like keep just random stuff that we use as like our warm-up and everything, and they won't really like, my plan is like they're not assigned to a kid, but they each have a number, so then if they have to like leave work or something from a day like we didn't finish, then they'll just leave it in the folder, but then they'll grab like the same number the next day. I don't know how well that's gonna work, but that's kind of my plan, because I want them to just like come in, quickly grab the folder and sit down and like get started on a warm-up. So I don't want it to be like having to dig through a bucket looking for their name. I just feel like that's wasting time, and we don't have a lot of time to waste. So yeah, we'll see if that works. I'm gonna work on them tonight. I think I'm gonna bring all this stuff home and work on them tonight because I'm really motivated right now. I kind of want to get it done today. Although I always have motivation when I'm at school, and then when I get home, like my motivation is 100% gone. But I think I'll be motivated tonight. I can't have any wine since it's Whole30, so maybe I'll just work on schoolwork or something. Cause and I can't have Taco Bell, so I could just eat my salmon, work on some folders, which would be totally fun. Yeah, today was actually such a good day, like just to go over my day, such a good day. Oh my gosh, so I don't know, it was just like the vibe with all the kids today. They just were so on top of it and like just being so like great. At the end of the day we did I pulled out the STEM buckets, and it was just like for fun, like just a fun Friday kind of thing. Like we managed to pack up before lunch, and so after lunch we only have like 25 minutes, so I just pulled out the STEM buckets. But every time we use the STEM buckets, usually it's related to like a team building project or like a collaboration project or something. And so I overheard a group working on something, one of the bins, I don't remember, and one of the kids like tried to do something, and she's like, no, this bin is for us to work together. And I just started laughing because I'm like, that is so funny that they know, and like they're so quick to like fix another student's behavior, but it's not like in a bad way. The other student's like, oh yeah, okay, sorry, I, you know, forgot. Which is something really awesome with these kids, is they are very quick to like hold each other accountable and keep each other on track, and do it very nicely. So that's cool. So a couple of things I've done this afternoon besides those folders. I graded all of my, I was going to show you, but there's like student names on that. I graded all of my literacy folders from this week because I did not do that last night. The kids also cleaned the room today. We did a 5-minute clean, which was actually very successful. I set the timer for 5 minutes and we had to do only cleaning for 5 minutes. So I also hung up our little Martin Luther Kings. They turned out so stinking cute. Like, I love how different they all look. And talk about this one. Like, does this not just look like Martin Luther King? Like, that is a perfect one. It's so funny. But you guys, let me find, I posted this on Instagram, so you may have already seen it, but just like pause the video and read this. I died. I absolutely died. I read that and I was like, oh my god, you're the sweetest thing in the planet. And that is the same kid that, if you remember, back around Christmas time, we did the Polar Express, and we did, I'll link that video like in a card. We did the Polar Express like book and stuff, and then we had them pick like what they would pick as the first gift if they got chosen. And this student said that they would wish, their gift would be that they wished September 11th never happened because 3,000 people died. Are you leaving? I know, aren't they? Okay, sorry, my friend walked in the room to tell me bye. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Like, at all. I think I was talking about how my day was really good, but I don't remember what part I was on, so yeah. I'm gonna work on school stuff tonight and try and bust it all out. That's probably what I was actually talking about, is how I have motivation right now, but I probably won't later. Oh, one more, wait. I already oh my gosh, I'm like blinking. I was about to say, oh, we did one more thing, the 2018 pennants this week. I already showed that. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, it is 4:50 now, so I'm gonna pack up, I think, and head home. I really said I had to stay later than I wanted to, but it is what it is, I guess, because I don't have like a set time I need to go to bed tonight, even though I'll probably friggin' pass out at 10 o'clock because I'm so tired. But I'm hoping the gym is not busy tonight because it's a Friday. It's really not as fun going at like 5 when I've been going versus when I was going over break at like 11 a.m. because there was nobody there. And then at this time, obviously, there's way more people there because people go on their way home from work, but it's just not as fun when there's that many people. The cardio room is totally fine. Like, I can always get a machine and it's like not a big deal at all. But I like to go down to the weight area, and I just don't like to be next to people. Like, the machines are really close together because it's not very big and everything is like really tight, and there's only one machine pretty much of everything, and I don't know how to like if someone's using it or even near it, I'm like, oh well, and I just will go somewhere else. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know gym etiquette, so yeah. All right, I'm going to change and then pack up and head to the gym, and I will see you guys when I get home today. One last thing before I actually go. I just went to go put something away and I realized I did this as well. So I have all of my drawers for my weekly copies, like for my class, but since my groups are like, obviously it's not like my class and it's a different time of the day, and like it's just different, I decided to use, I actually have these folders from I used to use these as my daily ones, but I could not fit everything I needed in them, so I just like threw them in this, you know, filing cabinet. So what I did was I just have them labeled already, and so I'm just throwing my stuff for each day in there, so I have all next week. And I actually found this set, which I don't think I'm going to be able to find. Wait, what? Oh, I already put the thing in here. So I found this thing on TPT. It's Sammy the Snail, and it's just like a little story, but it came with questions, which I printed on the back because if we get to them, we get to them. If we don't, then we don't. Then I didn't waste any paper. And then it came with, because I'm working on summarizing mainly with my students in that group and retelling. And then it came with this, which is like perfect, first, next, then last. So we'll work on that then Wednesday. And then Thursday, if we get the other one done, then we'll do, because this is another thing we were focusing on a lot, is this somebody wanted but so then strategy. This one doesn't have the then, but that's okay. And then using the information from here and rewriting it basically, which I would call like right from the map, which is what we call, it's not necessarily a thinking map, but I mean close enough. So yeah, that was a whole little set, and I'm like, that's literally my entire week's worth of stuff for that WIN group. And it was perfect. It's like right up the alley of what I was looking for. I printed it and I'm like ready to go, which is awesome. I want to like look at that lady's stuff and see if she has more of those. She doesn't have any more free ones, but I'm curious to see how much the other ones would cost, because I may be willing to buy something like that, because that's my whole lesson plan for the week. So as I only meet with them for 30 minutes a day, so that's like perfect amount for 30 minutes, and it's like right practicing exactly what we need. So I may see if I can find something else like that on TPT. If you've ever seen any like freebies like that, let me know, and or like send me a link or something, because that's exactly what I'm looking for. If you have anything like that in your store, I would love it. So now I'm gonna go. Okay, so obviously I am home now, and I am currently making dinner. It is about 7:30, and yeah, I went to the gym. I just did, what did I do, like 40 minutes on the exercise bike, because I really wasn't in the mood to go to the gym, but I'm trying to do my 30 days, so I figured a compromise would just be like to do something a little bit easier and only do my cardio and then like call it a day. So that's what I did, and it wasn't that bad, and it was nice because I was just sitting and I was just on the exercise bike, so I caught up on my phone of everything that I needed to catch up on. So anyway, I'm just gonna show you what I made for dinner, although you can't really see it right now, but I did make these. I wanted like something bad because I really just want some junk food tonight, because it's Friday night, and like Fridays are the weekends are the hardest for me when it comes to Whole30, because I always will like splurge on the weekend when it comes to my meals. So I took this is 2 potatoes, just like regular old russet potatoes, I think, or Idaho potatoes or something. I cut them really thin and put them in slices, and then I did olive oil and then just like a bunch of different seasonings, and then I baked them, and so they got kind of like, I don't know, some of them are more of like a chip almost, and then some of them are more just like a overly cooked potato. They look really good. I'm really excited, and they didn't take very long to cook, which is like one problem I have with potatoes, is I feel like they take forever to cook. And then this, which is probably really hot, let's see, I just took this out of the oven, but this, I decided to cook the salmon. Oh yeah, that's hot. Let me get it. So inside of here I just did foil, and then I put a bed of asparagus on the bottom, and then I put the salmon on top of it, and I put just like a bunch of different seasonings on that as well, and then I just baked it in the oven, the same thing as that. I didn't want like to make dirty dishes, and the pan from this morning is still dirty from when I made eggs because I haven't washed it yet, so I just didn't really want to like wash it and then dirty it up immediately. So I figured this would be an easy way, because I can just throw the foil away, throw the parchment paper away, and dinner is cleaned up. So I'm going to take this out of the foil and eat, and then I'm going to work on those folders. So I will show you those in just a little bit, and I will show you like what I ended up doing with them and everything that's in it for now. Oh, one of the spices was spicy and it's like in my throat. It is like a folder I'll be adding to, so you know, as I add to it I can show you guys, but for now I can show you what's in it. So I'll show you that in about 2 seconds, but for me it'll probably be like 30 minutes. Alright, first step is to cut out all this stuff I laminated before I left today. I cut it into like smaller pieces so I could transport it easier, but and I have to cut it all out. So, are you gonna help me? Are you gonna help me? I've got my sparkling water, and I'm gonna put on a TV show, and I'm ready to cut. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock, and I am seriously crashing. But before I like lay down and just relax, I finally finished these folders, so I was gonna show you what is in them. So these are the Windtime resource folders, and it's just a compile of, oh shoot, the glue, of course, of things that we might use during our wind time. So they'll just grab one on their way in the door, sit down with it, and be ready. So in this pocket, we've got a fluency passage that we'll work on each day, working on our fluency. This sheet right here is going to go with that. We are like big on giving feedback and learning to accept feedback because it makes us better. So after they do their fluency, they'll read it to someone, and they'll have to give them feedback. So they give feedback to themselves, and then they give feedback to the person that they listened to read. And then there's also the, right now anyway, the story that we're going to read next week. That is in there. And then over here I've got this, which is what I laminated, and it's just like a little reference sheet, so in case they remember, or what, in case they forget like what each of these things stands for, they can kind of look back at this. And so that will be in there. And then I have this sound sheet with like a little bit more difficult sounds than just like digraphs or something, so more like the spelling patterns. And then the same thing on this side. This is just like freebies I've found on TPT. I think my plan will be to have them come in and like read maybe this side to the person next to them while they get ready, and then this side we'll just like read together as a group really quickly, just all the sounds and like what they make. And so that's that. The only other thing that I want to add, which I probably should have maybe just like glued this like I did this one, but this, I feel like, I don't know, it's something that could change. Like if we're not working on that type of summarizing, it would obviously change. So the one that I want to make, let me find the picture. Okay, so this is the picture that I took of the poster in the intervention classroom. And so she breaks it up to where it says this story is about, so we did it the other day and it was like this story is about Diego moving, and then it's like first, next, then last, and then this is for nonfiction. And so I want to make something like exactly like this. Basically I want to do it in a poster just like that, maybe like look a little bit different, but basically like the same content. And then I also want to make one that's like printed and put it maybe on the back side of the folder or something like that. And then anytime I just feel like something needs to go in there that I feel like would be useful for them or that I want to use, it'll be an easier way than having to pass things out. That's another thing, is like then I don't have to pass papers out each day because we only have 30 minutes, so it'll be super quick and easy to just have them grab a folder and like I can have already put the papers in there. So I just feel like overall it'll help me out a lot. And like I said, I put the numbers on them, so then, and then I also feel like the number could be useful because throughout that time I could be like a call on people, and by number I could be like, okay, number 5, I want you to answer this question or something like that. So that's that. Unfortunately, when the TAs glued all these, they used a glue stick, the paper to the front, and I had the exact same problem today with those Martin Luther King things. All of the little pieces were falling off because the glue stick doesn't stay very well. So while going through, I had to re-glue like the front cover of all those folders, which was really, really unfortunate. I don't know why my face is like so shiny right now. So anyway, it is 9 o'clock, so I'm going to relax and play with the dogs for a little bit so they can get their energy out, even though they're both asleep, but I feel like they're gonna wake up soon. So I will catch up with you guys, I guess not tomorrow, because tomorrow's Saturday. I don't plan on vlogging this weekend. I am gonna take a break. I'm hoping oh, someone's crying. I'm hoping to like just catch up on rest and catch up on things around the house, and then I will, oh my gosh, I will be back on Monday, so I will see you guys on Monday. So really quick side note, because I'm watching my vlog from yesterday because I haven't seen it yet and the TV's still on, but I said in that vlog yesterday talking about teaching kids how to read, and I said that I've never taught first grade when I definitely have. Why did I say that? Like I said, I've never taught kinder in first grade.
Bill explained.
Completely blanking on the fact that my second year of teaching I taught a 1-2 combo. I think I like just like forget about it though, because it was a 1-2 combo and I only had, out of 27 kids, I only had like 6 first grade. So to me it like felt like a second grade class, like it just, that's like I just treated them all like second graders. But I was sitting here watching it and I was like, oh my god, I have taught first grade. Why did I say that? I definitely haven't taught kinder, but I have taught first grade. So just to clear that little error up that I made, I don't know why I said that. I'm telling you, I think I forget because it really was like, there wasn't many of them. So they just did like mostly second grade stuff. So yeah, now I will really catch up with you guys on Monday.